The brutal truth that we Muslims don't want to admit is that our men are getting softer and softer day by day. If you don't believe me, all you need to do is go on social media, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and go on any comments of any Muslim video. Anyone like Mahdi Tijani just talking about normal manly things. This is haram, exposing sins, judging people. You're exposing your own sins. You're exposing their sins. Everything is haram. You're gonna lose your mind. Any video that points out any sort of issue or says anything negative at all about anything, everybody thinks is haram. Or these online Muslims. To me, this indicates an absolute pandemic of softness. If you don't know what I mean, these people that comment these videos, I know some of them. I know what these people are like. These are people who stay home all day long. They live with their parents. They don't train. They don't work out. They don't start any businesses whatsoever. They're not even men enough to go out to a masjid and shake hands with men like a normal person. It gives them something. It makes them feel more masculine, makes them feel more virtuous, because they think that they're pointing out other people's sins. So by default, it makes them more perfect, more religious. But the truth is, the reason they don't commit any harams is because they don't have the opportunity to. They have nothing to do. So if you don't do anything, if you spend your whole life in a room, you're not going to commit any sins. But this is exactly why Allah loves people who commit haram and then repent more than the people who never do anything. Now I'm going to admit, even I was a victim to this whole thing at some point. Back maybe 3-4 years ago, this is how I used to live. I never wrote stupid comments, but I was always afraid of things. And growing up as a Muslim, you probably have this too. We have this mentality that the best person is the person who doesn't do anything. And not taking risks is something that's a virtue in the Muslim community. And this is a huge misconception. One day, I had a complete restructure of the brain. This is exactly what my thought process was. I have all these talents. I'm pretty good at certain things like talking, fighting, training, motivating, influencing. And I thought, why would Allah give me these talents if He didn't want me to do something with them? Maybe He wants me to use them to benefit the ummah, benefit the world, lead people in the right direction. And from there, I started using those talents. I started doing things that I felt like Allah wanted me to do, what I was made for. And with that mentality, since then I've just been taking any risks that I can think of, basically. I just went out, got any job that I wasn't qualified for, didn't care, I just did it, because I wasn't afraid of failure. I went and took fights that it was impossible for me to win when I was fighting professionally. I started businesses that 80-90% failure chance. Still did them. And I'm going to be honest with you, I failed in almost all of them. I succeeded massively in some. Every time I was faced with major failure, getting fired from jobs because I wasn't qualified, or losing a business, losing a fight, anything like that, I just didn't feel anything bad. I felt bad for maybe one day, and then I was just like, it's only the dunya. And this is the phrase that I use all the time on this channel. It's my favorite phrase. It's only the dunya, bro. When you think like this, you just focus on the next prayer. You just go to masjid after, and it all just becomes secondary. Because it reminds you psychologically that your number one priority is deen, not that stupid job, or not, how people view you, the embarrassment. It's all secondary. Because you are doing things that Allah wants you to do. That's using your talents. That's what Allah has built you for. And who cares if you fail? Because you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. There's no logical reason to be fearful when you have this mentality. And imagine living life with no fear. Imagine you ask out every girl you like, ask her to marry you. You have no fear. She says no, okay, don't care. It's only dunya, move away. This is Allah's will. Or you just take any job that gives you high pay that you can possibly manage. You've got a 5% chance of succeeding. You take it. You take 10 of those, you take 20 of those, you might succeed in one. Imagine living your life like that. You will be a professional fighter in 1 year time. You'll have a business in 2 years. You'll be married in no time. Now, subscribe to my channel because This is where I teach you to develop this mentality. There's a lot of steps that go into it.